whenever I do craft fairs and people look at my embroideries, they always go, oh, I wish I could do that, it looks so complicated. And it really isn't that hard. This is one of the first designs I ever made available as a kit. It is called Spring Tree, and it is really easy to do, and it's one of my biggest sellers. It's small, so it doesn't take very long. You only need to do 3 stitches to make this. Split stitch, which we use for the moon and for the branches, long and short stitch, and figure 8, sometimes called colonial knots. And I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's really easy. If you want to get my kit, you can get it in my Etsy store, as well as a digital download if you don't want to buy the full kit. Off we go. All embroidery skeins come with 6 threads together, and you have to separate them. This project mostly requires 3 strands. Separate the embroidery thread so that you have the required amount of strands and thread your needle. Make a little knot at the end of the thread so that when you pull it through, the thread stays in place when you sew. Long and short stitch is for filling an area. At the start of the area you wish to fill, make a straight stitch. Go further along the line and bring your needle up again and back down where the first stitch ended. You must alternate the sizes of the stitches. Continue in this way, alternating the size each time. It doesn't have to be precise. For split stitch, which you will use for the branches, bring the needle up at the starting point of your line and then take the needle down back through the fabric to make a stitch. Bring the needle back up through the middle of the previous stitch, splitting the threads. Take the needle back down in the same direction as the first stitch to finish the stitch. Each stitch should be more or less the same size, but in this particular case it doesn't matter if it's not. Continue to bring the needle up through each previous stitch to continue the split line and complete a branch. The white moon is also done in split stitch, which you will be working in concentric circles until you fill the entire space. Finally, we have the figure 8 knots or the colonial knots, which will make the blossom buds on the tree. Bring your needle up to where you want your knot to be. Wrap the thread around your needle once or twice in a sort of figure 8 pattern and push your needle through the fabric very close to where your thread came up. The stitch now will anchor that knot in place. If you want to try this embroidery project, you can download the pattern or the full kit in my Etsy store, and there's a link in the description.